Hi, friends. Before we dive into this week's episode, I want to share with you about my signature course, She Sells Wholesale. I know so many of you guys ask questions about how do you get started with wholesaling because it can be complicated. I know because I have been there. And when I first started wholesaling my candles with my candle company, Hart Design Co., I failed miserably for several months, but I hit month 3 and I had my candles in over 120 retailers. So I am sharing with you my exact framework inside my signature course. She Sells Wholesale, and you can jump on the wait list at shesellswholesale.com. I only open up the course twice a year. So you want to make sure that you get on the wait list so you know when the course opens up, and it's opening soon. I will actually send you a free gift when you sign up on the wait list. So check it out at shesellswholesale.com. That's shesellswholesale.com. You hit send on your wholesale pitch, you refresh your inbox, you check it again before your bed, and it's still nothing from any of those retailers that you pitched. That moment of silence can absolutely make your stomach drop. You start spiraling. Do they hate my product? Did I say something wrong? Or maybe I'm just not cut out for wholesale. Friend, you are not alone and you are not doomed for failure. Because by the end of this episode, I am going to give you my exact 3-sentence follow-up email that gets retailers to finally reply, even when they've been ghosting you for weeks. Pitching retailers is a skill, but getting them to respond, that's where the magic and the strategy comes in. I have been on both sides of the inbox, and so today I am going to dive into this conversation with you. How do you get retailers to respond to your wholesale pitch emails? My name is Andee Hart, and I help product-based business owners sell more and do it differently. And if you are new here, thanks for joining us. You are in for a treat today because we are doing a wholesale series. So if you're a product-based business owner and you're wanting to get into the wholesale channel, this is an episode for you. So stay tuned. Hi, friends. Welcome to She Sells Differently, the show for aspiring women entrepreneurs looking to overcome the fear of selling and grow thriving businesses from a place of authenticity and confidence. I'm Andee Hart, and it wasn't all that long ago that I was a sales executive for a Fortune 500 company. But I knew in my heart that I was called to use my gifts for something more, something different. That's exactly why I created the She Sells Differently podcast. Each episode is going to deliver you business strategies, tools, and mindset shifts to help set you and your brand apart from our culture's expectations. It's time to elevate your sales and build a profitable, sustainable business you're proud of, one built on integrity, grace, and humility. It's time to learn how to sell differently. You sent that pitch that you worked on all week and then you got nothing. Days passed, and I see this happen all the time with my clients. Your brain just starts going in all different directions. Maybe retailers hated your products. Maybe they think your prices are too high, or maybe they even just don't like your products at all and they don't think that they're good enough for their store. But here's the reality. Most of the time, it has nothing to do about your product at all. It's nothing to do about you. A study by McKinsey found that the average retail buyer is dealing with over 300 incoming messages every week. That's dozens of emails a day. plus calls, plus they may have suppliers stopping in. So sales reps that come into their retailer, plus sales reps that are coming into their boutique. They're dealing with managing staff, actual customers walking through the door. So the reality is your email isn't being ignored. It's just swimming in a sea of noise. So today I'm breaking down 5 of the most common reasons that retailers aren't replying to your wholesale pitch. Some of these are going to be quick, easy fixes that you can make today, and then others will take a little bit more strategic thinking. But at the end of this episode, you're going to know exactly how to reframe your pitch, follow up with confidence, and then dramatically increase your chances of hearing back. So let's dive into reason number 1. Reason number 1, your retailer simply gets distracted. And this is probably the number 1 reason that you don't hear back. Because of all of the reasons that I talked about earlier, your retailer is just distracted with everything that they have going on in their boutique. This is the simplest reason. And you might have sent your email at the exact moment that the store owner's staff member called in sick, or a supplier showed up early for a meeting, or maybe a shipment arrived and it's damaged, or a customer walked through the door. It's not personal. They just literally couldn't focus on your email at that moment. And then what happened is they received 20, 30, 40 other emails. And guess what? Your email got buried at the bottom of their inbox. So here's the fix. I want you to try resending your email at a quieter time of the week, like mid-morning on a Tuesday or Wednesday, not on a Saturday mid-afternoon when most retailers are busy with customers. But on a mid-morning Tuesday or Wednesday, that's when most retailers have caught up from Monday morning chaos, but they aren't buried in end-of-week task. And they are more likely to see your email and respond to it. Give that a try if you are not hearing back from your initial pitch. The second reason, and this seems very simple, but here's the reality, you didn't follow up. And 90% of brands never follow up. Simply by sending a follow-up email, you can set yourself in the top 10%. So here's the biggest mindset shift in wholesale, in sales in general. Silence is actually not a no. It's just a not yet. And if you have been a client of mine or a listener of mine for any length of time, you have heard me say this. Silence is not a no, or even a no often just means a not yet. Retailers know that follow-up is part of the process, and they expect persistence because it signals that you and your brand, you're reliable, you're professional, and you're serious about getting their business. I cannot tell you the amount of times I have had a retailer thank me. They have actually thanked me for following up because they received my email, and going back to reason number 1, they got distracted because a customer walked in their store, something happened, and they actually wanted to take a look at my products, but they got distracted and they forgot. And because I followed up, I served as a reminder to them about a product that they were interested in. And they responded with an order and a message that said, "Thank you so much for following up. I received your initial email and I was very interested, but I got distracted and I couldn't find your email." So build a follow-up schedule that spans anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks. Send different kinds of follow-ups. Email, don't be afraid to give them a call. Now, don't give them a call on a busy Saturday. Give them a call on a Tuesday or Wednesday morning. Even a quick DM on Instagram if they're active there. Keep it friendly, short, professional, but send different kinds of follow-ups over the course of 4, 6, 8 weeks that show you are serious about winning their business and you are reliable. That will set you in the top 10% of wholesale brands. Now, reason number 3, I hinted at this one earlier, but it's very, very true. Even if they did or didn't see your email earlier, but your email just may have gotten buried. It may have gotten buried and they just could have gone through and deleted it without ever seeing it. And it's painfully common, but you might have written the most brilliant pitch email ever, but it's sitting on page 3 of their inbox and they might never have even seen it. So how we fix this is we use curiosity-driven subject lines, something that makes them want to open it. It gives them pause. And when you follow up, you reply directly to that original email. And that way they see the original message right underneath your new one. And as I hinted at earlier, I'm going to give you an amazing 3-sentence follow-up email here shortly. So stay tuned for that. Reason number 4, and this one is going to take a little bit more work on your part to fix. But reason number 4, you didn't give them a compelling reason to buy. And this is where we start getting into the deeper stuff, as I mentioned. But if your pitch is basically, here's my product with a few pictures, and you're asking them to do the mental work of figuring out why it would sell in their retail store or in their boutique, most buyers, let me tell you this, most retailers don't have time for that. Make doing business with you easy. If you've been a listener for a long time, you have heard me say this over and over again. Make doing business with you easy. Paint the picture for them of why your product will be a bestseller in their boutique. Spell it out for them. Show them how your product fills a gap in their current selection, how it matches a trend that is hot with their customers right now, or how it has proof of strong sales in similar stores. You're not just offering a product. I want you to think about this. You are offering them a solution, a sales boost for their store, or a way to delight their customers. That is a change in mindset of how you are pitching your retailers. Number 5, it could simply be that your product is not the right fit for this retailer or it's the wrong timing. And sometimes it is not you, it's not your pitch, it's just the wrong store or the wrong season. I've had it happen to me, and any wholesale brand that is in any number of stores has had it happen to them. So our surf shop is not going to order wool scarves in July, no matter how amazing they are. And some stores only review new suppliers twice a year. So how we fix this? Do your homework before you pitch. Understand their product portfolio and their product mix, their customer base, and their buying calendar. If it's a bad fit, move on to better prospects. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't send them that pitch email, but if it's bad timing, and they let you know that, then follow up in a few months with an update or a seasonal product that makes sense for them at that time. So quick recap of 5 of the most common reasons that retailers are not responding to your wholesale pitch. Number 1, they got distracted. Number 2, you never followed up in the first place. Number 3, your email simply got buried in their inbox. Number 4, you did not give them a compelling reason to buy from your brand. And number 5, your product is simply the wrong fit or the wrong timing for that retailer. If you are ready to master all things wholesale pitching, follow-up, and getting consistent wholesale orders, then I invite you to join the She Sells Wholesale waitlist. I only open up my signature course twice a year, and I am opening it up in the next couple of weeks, and you'll be the first to know when enrollment opens if you are on the wait list. And I also give my wait listers some extra bonuses and VIP access. So you'll get those insider tips and tools if you are on my wait list. So join that in the show notes. And in the meantime, use these tips and tools to start landing retailer yeses right now, and then join She Sells Wholesale in a few weeks when that opens, and you're going to have access to all you need to get your products on retailer shelves and have a booming, thriving, successful wholesale business. So here is my bonus teaser that I mentioned at the beginning of this episode. It's my 3-sentence follow-up email that I promised. And I love this because here's the reality. Retailers are busy. They don't have time to read a really long email. And I use this all the time in my follow-up emails to my retailers. So 1, restate your original offer in 1 simple sentence. Number 2, give them a new reason or an update that makes now a good time to buy. And number 3, end with a simple yes or no question, a reason to respond to you. So here is an example of that. Hi, XYZ boutique team. I reached out last month about our Outer Banks candles that we just launched that have been selling out in similar boutiques. We just launched a brand new Outer Banks Christmas seasonal scent that is trending with customers right now. Would you like me to send you a sample? It's short, it's specific, it's easy to respond to, and it gives a proof point that it is a bestseller. It's selling out in similar boutiques. Now, that is just a sample of a candle. I just threw that out there, but you can craft that 3-sentence framework for your own brand. The more you practice sending follow-ups like this, the more you realize it's not about begging for attention. It's about serving your retailers and making it easy for them to say yes. So I hope that this was helpful for you. If it was, like, subscribe, and give this podcast a review. That helps me know that this content is beneficial for you. And I am so glad that you're here. I'll be back next Wednesday with a new episode of the She Sells Differently podcast. Until then, I'm cheering you on. All right, that's a wrap on today's episode of She Sells Differently. Friends, it would be a huge blessing to me if you would take 2 seconds to rate and subscribe to my podcast. New episodes drop every Wednesday. Until then, I'm cheering you on in your entrepreneurial journey. See you next time.